They went out of AEV actually bought them and eventually discontinued the TJ stuff, but it's the best riding and handling long arm you could buy back then.
Oh, cool.
Back then they were almost 10 grand too for the long arm.
All right, guys. Well, we got dueling gimbals tonight. I can see that Matt and Greg are both gimbaling. Well, that should be a Olympic event. I think that would be pretty cool. So tonight's going to be a special night of you guys do whatever the hell you want to do. Have you ever seen the movie Lord of the Flies? I'm thinking that's what tonight's going to be like.
The movie, you read the book. It's way better.
I don't read, man. I drive a Jeep. All right. Well, let's start it official. Hello, Zoom people.
Hello.
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 So we will be recording, but I'm just going to be listening. I may jump in from time to time, but you guys are going to be the ones on the screen tonight.
Yeah. What do you have to do that's better than hang out with us?
Oh, I'm going to be hanging out. I just don't have. I'm going to let you guys run the show.
That's a good idea.
Lord of the Flies. By the way, I will say real quick, I really did enjoy your video, your still picture video, Rick. It was good because there's a lot of unanswered questions that we got to see.
Little fat kid.
Oh, you're talking about the
Piggy. They call him Piggy.
Yeah. All right, you guys go ahead. Remember, we'll if everything goes okay, you guys will see this on the episode tomorrow.
Yep. I had a bunch of bits and pieces of video from that. I was waiting for some other videos from some other guys that said they had some, but never got them. So I figured I'd go ahead and splice what I had together and throw it together. What little bit I had.
Turned out good.
I did all that on the iMovie on the Apple on the
phone.
Yeah.
Nice.
That ain't work, you know. It's a pain to download all that video and put it on your computer and then do all the cuts and bring them all into because I've got the crap, I can't think what the name of it is, but I got the software on my computer to do it. It's just a lot to do it. I seen Tony Mitten's video about the winch. Did you see that, Greg?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I thought I remember that he sent me a text that said something about it, but I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off so bad since like last Tuesday that I haven't paid attention to anything social, period. It started, we went to the Detroit 4 Fest. So, prepping for that and then going to that and doing the event, which Chris was amazing. Chris from the Jeep Talk Show ran the stage and ran the microphone. He was the MC for the whole event and he did an amazing job. It was a decent event. And then the day before the event, SEMA actually called and asked if I wanted to organize and put together some idiots driving across the country on scooters again. So I'm going to have to start doing that.
I was about to say, what did you say to? Did you say no?
No, I said hell yeah. Roger already said he's game, but trying to find some other people. So I got to do a video this week pulling the scooter out of mothballs and talking about it because they said they'll promote it across all their channels, and I'm gonna try and get some other influencers and people that have a big following to tag along. And SEMA's supposed to get back with me on anybody that does join in. I want to make sure that they have full access passes to the whole week at SEMA. So, so that I don't have to, like with Roger and Jacob last year, I had to scramble at the end to get them passes, and I want to make sure that I get people, good badges right up front.
How long of a trip is that?
It's 2,000 miles.
50cc scooter.
2,308 miles apparently is what Roger just said. So, and we've been talking about it. So Tyree Lighting is going to be a sponsor of it. They're actually one of the SEMA vehicles that they're going to have in their SEMA booth is going to be one of the chase vehicles. And we're going to try and get some other sponsors and other people on board. So I got to make a bunch of phone calls for that in the next few days to see if we can set up, some bigger names and bigger people. Last year we threw it together so quick, but it got some decent attention. A couple of the videos hit, well over 60,000 views. So if we can get some bigger players and get a little more attention to it, maybe we can raise a little bit more money for SEMA Cares and help a couple more kids out.
When exactly is it, Greg?
SEMA is the week before SEMA, or the week. The first SEMA is the week.
First week of November.
First week of November.
All right. So you'd be.
So it would be the week before that we would be traveling across the country like idiots.
Okay.
Have to go approximately about 45 miles an hour average to make it in under 50 hours. Riding the whole way, at least.
Well, we can't average 45. I think our actual scooting average was in the high 30s.
Speaking of big influencers, Travis joined.
I was going to say these guys can join on, Halloween costumes because that will be the weekend prior.
Well, last year, Roger and I took turns wearing hot dog costumes and other dumb shit. And I think, did you ever wear the banana?
No, we didn't even take that.
Yeah, it was in my fucking thing the whole time.
We never took. I never wore it. Just a hot dog.
Oh, I guess just the hot dog.
Couldn't you see Travis, Greg, and Roger riding scooters across the country?
What about Derek? We need to add a Derek to that mix.
Yeah, well, Nicole would probably be.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, Nicole would be a better fit. The problem with if Nicole was on the scooter, she'd go 3 miles an hour faster than us.
Through that. I would be in a phone. I'll just be in a chase car behind you guys.
Oh, that's not that fun either, I tell you.
Going that slow in a car? Yeah, it's miserable. I actually rode a scooter for a year of my life with bad choices and DUIs and had a scooter, but I modified the hell out of that thing and it would run 50 miles an hour. It sounded like it was louder than hell with the exhaust I put on it, but I just modified it and it'd run 50. Not uphill, not up what the mountains you're doing. I'm talking about North Carolina, easygoing areas. I was running 50.
Yeah, I hit 50. I hit just above 50 once going when we were around Denver, going down a couple of those really steep hills. Yeah, it was amazing. When you hit 45, you thought you were speeding.
It was. Those tires are tiny. It'll make it I'm used to riding bikes and I'm used to doing a lot, but it'll make you nervous going that fast on those little scooters. Those tiny tires, yeah.
Yeah, you get going too
Waylon.
So my wife called me in the middle of that, but did I hear Nicole's actually going to ride scooters with us?
What? She said only if she can put Waylon in the basket.
Oh my gosh.
She can bring Waylon in the basket.
I'll let him ride.
I would totally do it.
Yeah, she'd be all in.
Well, start looking for a Honda Ruckus. They're everywhere. I know a painter that can make it look real fancy too. He could paint it this root beer color, and we can put square headlights on the front.
What? No.
Yes.
Sounds like it's coming together.
She told me the other day that she got a rock chip in the door I had to fix. I said, no thanks.
I was looking at her Jeep and Instagram and really want to see some amber, just small square pods down the bumper.
That That's happening.
Okay. I saw that and I was like, oh, that would be perfect because the ones you had on looked, and I was like, man, if it had the square headlights, that.
Oh, yeah.
The square
it
amber.
needs the little turn, like a little turn signal, little like more center inset.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll probably take where the aux beams are at now, and then probably build a bracket so they sit up a little higher
into
to where the
center.
square ones are supposed to be.
You're opening fucking 38 different screens.
I think that would look perfect, and you can literally wire them to your turn signals as well, to where they physically function as a turn signal. Yeah.
You're thinking way too hard into that.
Nope, that's happening too.
No, I saw it because it was like, oh, that's perfect. Her bumper, I've got to get a new bumper to make that happen, because I've been looking at it and I'm like, that is absolutely perfect. Square headlights with those yellow turns. Turn / actual fog light is what it is, but a DRL that's amber, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's coming sooner than later, I'm sure. We're just trying to get the TJ right with the oil pressure crap, and hers is running. Everything's good, so we're not touching it for a minute.
I understand that.
Did it fix it?
So you got a YJ too, right? That's the one on the really big tires.
Yeah, we got 2 YJs. We got one that's pretty stock, and then one on 42s.
I've got a stock Rio Grande, or mostly stock Rio Grande too, and the big one.
And the CJ's in the shop.
Okay, I'm talking.
Swap the tub on it. Damn, you're ugly.
Do you have a flat fender?
No, we don't have a flat.
Not yet.
Well,
we got a DJ, a CJ, 2 YJs, a TJ, and a JL.
Is the 42 YJ sprung over?
It's got coil springs on the front and leafs on the rear.
Okay.
But it's a 40 in the front and a 60 in the rear. There's not much stock about it anymore.
Right.
It needs help, but with 42s on it, it does well with the 42s, because it does what it needs to do. But we really need to redo the suspension on it, but it hasn't been high on the priority list.
That's what's happened to my YJ. It's not high on the priority list. I keep dumping money and everything into every other Jeep. My one other Jeep.
Yeah, our philosophy is still don't fix it until it breaks.
Travis just needs a transmission and he'd be good to go.
I talked to my buddies. I've got friends that I guess have done transmission. Well, the guys I typically always will with, and they said we'll have that be a winter project.
Welcome to the fucking 21st century, Greg.
Must be.
Travis, is it automatic or manual?
It's automatic.
I don't think I have one, but I'll look.
Tony and I have tried that like 6 times and it's never worked before. Apparently, you fixed it.
Damn,
you guys congratulate Greg for having a widescreen shot. Look at that. No more borders.
Here, I can fix it. Watch, I just go like this. Like
I'm sure you'll fix it.
There you go. Tell us about the Brute, Greg. What's going on with the Brute? You had some type of programming issues with the motor or something?
Yeah, so the Brute has spent most all of its time since June at the tuner, and it's still not happy. So today I reached out to HP tuners. couple people that I know that either work there or used to work there. I even got Alyssa involved. We're going to send tunes to them and back and forth and try and figure out what's going on, because I really need to get the thing to Idaho. And, it's been way too long just trying to get a simple tune done. So, and the guy who's doing it, he's exceptional, but he's got no assistance from HP, right? Every time he's reached out and said, hey, this isn't working. Why is this not working? They don't give him any answers. In fact, one of the responses they gave him at one point was, well, just connect the battery and hook it back up and see if it resets everything.
Oh, that's no good.
Right. And then this one behind me, it's slowly but surely coming back together. Body's on, lots of things are getting hooked up under the hood, and then next we'll do the bed. And so slowly but surely, this one's starting to take shape.
And Matt, tell us about your LJ. We ain't seen you in 6 years.
Yeah, we beat the shit out of the JL on the Rubicon and got home and decided it was time to get something to really beat on hard. So, but I don't know, to be honest, I feel like it's gonna be too nice of a build to really rag out. But man, is it adding up fast. But we've got, it's got high miles on it, but it's a 4.0 06. So it is an auto, but it's the base. I guess it's not a sport. It's just the Unlimiteds were just base then. And then
it has a functioning underhood light, so you definitely got a decent one.
Yeah.
How much did you have to pay, Matt?
So they had it listed for 11.
Oh man!
And I test drove it and got it for 10 when it
that's not bad.
Bounced down the road. So
that's not bad for an LJ. I mean, I know it's been several years since we bought the 2003, but it was an X TJ and it was not an LJ. So yeah, 10,000 is pretty good. Bent, even though it had a bent drive shaft.
Yeah, so so the only thing that was listed cheaper within like 250 miles was one with a salvage title, and I actually offered the guy. So I got this Friday. I'd offered the guy that I'd come pick it up, and he was like, "I can't do it till Monday." And so I was like, "Oh well, screw it. Let me see what I can get these guys that are a little closer to do on one that doesn't have a salvage title." And so it worked out pretty good. Ed Campbell, who's been on here before, rode up there with me. I was actually expecting it not to drive fine. So the plan was I picked him up and we drove up, and the plan was one of us each drive one back down, and we ended up getting a U-Haul about 10 miles down the road. It was so bad, but ended up. But I just put it up on jack stands and 2-wheel drive with the tires on up to 70 was fine. Put it in 4-wheel drive and it started hopping. It's about 35 miles an hour. I was hopping down the road. And so I started looking at the tires. It wasn't until I got the first one off and I could really see the drive shaft. And that thing was moving 3/4 of an inch as it rotated. So hopefully the front output shaft for the transfer case is all right. But I just went and got, and I'm not sure if it's Ed's old one or our buddy
Ben. You're putting 60s and a 14 bolt on it. You don't need that transfer case. You need an Atlas.
Yeah, I know. Those numbers add up quick.
Yep.
But yeah, so it just lucked out. Ran down the road, grabbed the one they took off of his, and threw it on, and all good. So now just starting the ordering process.
It's only money, Matt. You'll make more.
Yeah. I've got a good little nest egg to start it with, but talking each of the big things takes a good chunk out of that. So
I've got a supercharger kit for an 06 LJ sitting upstairs.
That might be good for next winter. So I'm hoping EJS to get the axles done this winter. I'm trying I really haven't been able to find anybody that's running them, but the Savvy Highlines and then debating on the rear end whether to stretch or not. And so, but I went ahead and got the axles, ordered the Barnes trusses to start getting on. I lucked out. I found on Marketplace, I found a guy who was halfway through his project. So I got the axle housings completely shaved, shaved off all the old brackets and everything, all taken off, sandblasted, tubes welded up and painted with Steelite for what I think is a steal. I picked those up for $1,000 today. And so, great deal. I mean, there's a lot of parts and pieces that it'd be nice to have from a donor axle that I could, start with. But so I may go get a donor. I may still get a cheap donor axle, and if I can't go chromos and stuff to start out with, go ahead and pull axle shafts and bearings and unit bearings and stuff off. But this would save me 40 hours for a couple $100. I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, just go to O'Reilly's and order all Spicer axle shafts and Spicer. Just get the regulars. Because the nice part is if you buy them at like O'Reilly's and you get all the Spicer parts, they have a lifetime warranty. So if you do manage to break them, any O'Reilly's in the country, which there's one in every town, you can just go get replacement parts instead of having to worry about trying to get new chromos or new RCVs. And the Spicer parts are still made in the USA, so they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I've always been, even with the JL, I'm not a crazy wheeler at all, right? I'm more of a planned, we'll stop as soon as we'll spin. I'm not a crazy bouncer. So like,
no, you're not.
I don't know that we need to, I don't think we need them all blinged out with, 40 spline, $3,000 axle shafts and stuff.
No.
So you're going to be dragging that 14 bolt diff around. You're going to have to go to at least 40s though, right? Is that your plan?
That's the plan.
Okay. Straight to 40s.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got the JL's got 38s on it, so I have to have bigger tires than my wife.
You know that you can do every trail in the continental U.S. on a set of 37s, right?
Yeah. But my wife has 38s.
Yeah, but she also has like 2 feet longer wheelbase, so she needs the bigger tires.
Yeah, but why not?
I will say it's pretty surprising how similar the links are. Like I didn't realize that the LJ was, I know it's halfway there, right? But like it's just sitting in the garage next to each other. They look closer than I thought they would. Overall length.
So if you go,
one's 104-inch wheelbase and one's 118. So
yeah,
there's a pretty big difference in wheelbase.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're going to stretch the rear, you're talking about either a fuel cell or like a Genrite tank or something like that. Is that what you're looking at?
No, you can do a 5-inch stretch without doing that. You can move the factory gas tank back 5 inches and do a 5-inch gas tank or 5-inch rear stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Without buying a tank.
But yeah, I've looked at that, and then Barnes has one too. Barnes has a plastic and a steel skid, and then Motobilt's got a steel one. The Genrite stuff looks nice, but it's above my price grade, my pay grade.
Matt, I got my 5-6 boxes of Genrite stuff today for mine. So
you need that Rick water damage insurance money to buy the Genrite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Genrite tank costs more than what I paid for my Jeep.
That's the truth.
You just got to call them and talk to them. They give you a deal.
So Ed's on. I don't know if you guys remember him. So Ed went to Rubicon with us, but right before he went, he didn't have time to get everything under it. But so he bought an LJ. So our buddy did about 6 months ago. Ed bought one, 2 months ago? Ed?
Technically, I took possession of it almost 4.5 months ago, but it took forever to get the tile work done.
Mm-hmm. But so there's 3 of us within 10-mile radius that all are building them at the same time. So
cool. So
and I'm scheduling a trip to Arizona to get the very first TJ Unlimited ever, the very first prototype ever. I got to go pick that up.
There you go.
So I'll have the first LJ ever conceived of.
But Ed, isn't yours pretty much built?
Not really, Travis. It's got the high clearance fenders on it, the hood chop. It's got a savvy lift on it, aka rock crawler. But outside of that, that's about it.
Okay. Because I knew Josh had done a lot to it. I'd seen it in photos and this and that, but
yeah,
I didn't
really
know.
the only thing he did to it is put wheels and tires on it. The prior owner did all that.
Well, the prior owner had decent taste then.
Yeah,
that's good. Look at you guys, all with your big JLs and JTs, and then getting old Jeeps.
Yep.
I guess I do need to work on my YJ.
So how was the Rubicon?
I want to go back and do it again and again. But I will say, when they say take water, take 5 times as much as you think you're going to need.
Was it hot?
It's a very dry and dusty, and I went through like, I don't know how many packs of water. So
dehydrations, which is
yeah.
It's
any
that dry
breakages? Any breakages while you guys were out there?
I lost the solenoids went out on my air lockers.
Well, that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Lockers are overrated. Makes you a better wheeler.
So
just got to carry
Or just makes us too broke we can't afford them.
So yeah, that's really we actually had more trouble. We had more breakages on Fordyce than we did the Rubicon.
Oh, y'all did Fordyce too.
Yep.
Well, Fordyce is a way more hardcore trail, though.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a guy who's got a built Gladiator. He just put a new set of Curry 60s up underneath it, and the complete track bar bracket ripped off the front axle.
Oh wow!
Getting closer.
Yeah, it looked like a bad weld.
I still got a bunch of sanding. No, that's okay.
But the trail gods were with us that day, because one group came through. A guy had a portable welder. He was looking to sell it, so we bought it off of him. And then,
do that with
of course, none of us had really used a portable one like that before. And then the next group that came through was a fabricator.
These pinholes.
That is convenient.
Yeah.
Which portable welder was it? Was it like the Bun or the?
God, it takes, you have to pull out, have to make a 24 volt by doing batteries in parallel. And it's like a little MIG.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I can't remember the brand.
Carnage.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Who ended up buying that?
The Carnage area.
What's that?
Was that you that bought it, Ed? Or
no,
Josh?
Josh ended up actually buying it, but it's for sale now if you want to buy it.
I don't need the portable welder, and then 2 of the guys that I will with have that.
Yeah.
Zach Crisco, who I'm often out with, has always got a welder on his Jeep, on his YJ actually. I don't know how to weld. I need to learn.
The use of something is always more valuable than the ownership of it.
Yeah.
That's what I keep trying to tell my wife about our boat, but she won't listen to me.
And then Matt, you replaced everything you damaged on your Jeep? On your wife's Jeep?
No, I'm trying to order. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go cab fab for the front and rears and the LJ. And so I like the rear crawler bumper they've got. So we're going to order that for hers and swap that bumper out. So that was the biggest damage. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the stuff that the moto belts did to it. I just leave it. I might try to like beat it back in a little bit, but they tore up that body tub.
I've got a stock metal bumper. It's Jeep stock metal bumper, front and rear, actually. Until you get set, if you need it. But my plastic bumper on my 4XE, I ripped the whole passenger side off. Not off. I mean, it just wasn't connected. But I just, honestly, I zip tied it and I just kept wheeling with it. Dropping off edges. It was fine.
Yeah, so this one, we have the Rugged Ridge HD. It's held up really well over the years, but dropped it right on the left corner, and it rotated up, and it actually rotated past the fender. So popped the fender off, and then we yanked the fender off the rest of the way, finished the trail. Back at the hotel the next day, I just popped it back on. The fender was like ends under the bumper now, so the bumper cleared the fender.
Not gonna.
Good times.
Yeah, I don't think it did anything to the frame horns or anything, so I think we're okay there. It's just the I just need to swap it out because it looks like shit. But other than that, held up pretty good. Oh, the parking brake's dead. I got to fix that. I don't even know how we did that. It looks solid about back. I don't know if we broke a cable or just like popped that. There's that adjustment nut in the assembly loose, maybe. But yeah, I got to fix that too.
Was your wife with you when you did all this?
Yeah, she was a contributing factor.
Oh, there you go. Well,
so
hey.
I tell you what, my wife's driven more of the Rubicon than most people can say. So
well, more than me so far. So what kind of package did you get from Genride, Ed?
Let's see, what all did I get? I got their basically their everything on the frame side for the long arm kit that they sell. So both the front and rear brackets for it. Got the hoops for the shocks on the front. Let's see, what else? A bunch of other like little miscellaneous stuff. But that's probably the main things for now. I got a set of axles I got to get started working on.
You going ton suit?
No, actually, I'm putting a set of Rubicon JL 44s up underneath mine.
Yeah, I wish I'd have waited, and as I put TJ Rubicons under mine because mine was a sport, and I really wish I would have waited a little bit longer and done that with mine. Is gone with the JL Rubicons.
I tell you, when I totaled my 4XE, I caught a dozen people to come up with a JL to trade out for my 44s underneath it, and nobody came. And I was like, hey, I've got 44s. We'll put some stock axles or some 38s something underneath it just so it can roll. Nobody came.
Wow, that's shocking because you go out to the forums, Travis. If you would have listed them on the forums, Travis, you probably had about 30 people beating down your door.
Correct, but I mean, I had to put something back in the Jeep to turn it in. So it was a lot of work, and it had to be done literally overnight. That's what we did when we broke it down. But I got everything I could get off that Jeep. I got off of it.
Oh man, dude, a sport. You could have flip-flopped them, thrown some spacers on it. I mean, what? 5 hours, 4 hours? You probably get them swapped.
Well, Spencer,
all the brackets are the same.
Right before Spencer totaled her Jeep, I hit her up and I'm like, hey, bring your wheelies up here. We'll put the 44s on it. And she was it was July 4th weekend or something. She was out partying and then she totaled her Jeep. But I mean, I hit up everybody. I'm like, hey, bring your JL here. We'll put the 44s under it. Because we had the shop, we had it on the lift, everything ready to go, and nobody came. And I was like, all right, well. Oh, well.
Yeah,
I tried. Giving back.
Yep. I wouldn't have had anything to put under it.
Right.
I doubt TJ.
No, but I bet sports, the 35, well, I guess the sports already have the 44 rear in them, I guess, but I mean, they go for probably a couple grand. I mean, it's about what, $5,000 for a set of like normal Rubicon takeoffs. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen him. My buddy that y'all have met him, or a few of you guys have, but he found some 1-tons for $600. Now, granted, he's got to cut them and do all the work to them, which is going to be hours and hours and hours of cutting and work. But $600 for some 1-tons, he's going to put those on his JK.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, winter projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you hit up a lot of the like pick and pull yards, I paid $400 for my set of 1-tons. They
Really?
even pulled them. Yeah, and they even pulled them out of the truck for me.
Yeah, I believe in my area, when I researched it when I was scrapping out my truck, because I was going to keep the rear axle out of that, it wasn't going to be worth it to keep it around and then pull it out, clean it up when I could just go to the scrapyard for like $300-$400.
Well, everything you've got's covered in rust up there, I would imagine.
Not everything in the scrapyards, honestly. What I could find in a U-put salvage yard is probably going to be in better condition than what I had.
Yeah, because up north, I don't want to get anything off a scrapyard. I'm like, no. It is scrap. But down south, down here, I didn't even think about looking at a scrapyard for this stuff. I'm not doing it, but my buddy was. He's like, $600, that's fine.
But you can get it all day there's a bunch of guys that do nothing but go to the scrapyards. So right now, the ones I'm thinking about getting just for guts are 05 plus Super Duty. So that would be the 10 and a quarter Sterling, I think, in the rear.
Yeah.
And but I really wants all the guts in the front, because even those unit bearings are, there's some expensive stuff. Even the 10 pins are expensive. But
step up your game and get yourself some late 70s Ford axles. Kingpin. You'll never break anything.
Everybody's very very proud of those. But I know $600 for a set of takeoffs. He still had the traction bars on them and the shocks on them. So like he just literally took a Sawzall to the scrapyard and yanked them, and then threw them up on Facebook Marketplace for $600. And so I might still go grab those, gut them out, and then see if I can get $100 for the housings.
That's what my buddy was going to buy. If you're seeing the same ones he was looking at on Facebook. Yeah,
are they up by Winston-Salem? Like
I
Lexington?
believe so. Yeah. Everything's still connected. Everything. He's got to cut it down and gut it.
If he goes and gets those and is going to go aftermarket shafts and stuff, I'll give him the stuff for the the outer ends for the front axle. Okay. So because I get the ones I got are gutted, but they're prepped, so it was worth it.
I'll let you know, or I'll set you up with him. He's I think you've met him at one of the events here. Mm-hmm. But he drives the yellow JK.
Yeah.
And he's putting a shop at his house with a lift in it. So I got two buddies with shops and lifts now, or one down the road.
I'm getting rid of some of the schmutz.
So the ones the guy I bought these off of,
it's only 1,000 or
was
2.
Doing
1,000.
He prepped them all out and then ended up going 40 spline East Coast Gear axles for his JK. He's doing a Hemi swap JK. He just did it's an 07 or 08 and put a 12 dash in it with a high 10 Horizon, then one of the new ones. Really cool looking Jeep. That's going to end up being that's one of the blue color from that year. It's going to be a good looking Jeep. He's only 6 miles from me, probably, Travis.
I'll look forward to seeing that. That's well, yeah. Everybody's builds and everything's going on. You see, Core Off Road is opening up, which is Keffer Off Road. My buddy Daryl went there from the Lake Norman dealership, whatever it was, CMM.
Carolina Custom. Yeah,
Carolina Customs. He left Carolina Customs and went over to Core, but they're going to start off slow and then get into the bigger builds. Only because they do a lot of American Most Wanted Jeeps at that dealership, so they don't have to do the big builds.
Well, Rick's got to be a little careful, the owner of Keffler. He's got to be a little careful about what they do, especially to anything that's brand new, Travis, because of warranty stuff. So, and since it's KOR, Keffler Off-Road, so he's got to be a little bit careful about what they do. The other thing is talking with him, they don't really have what I'm on. They got, this is going to sound like I'm talking bad about him. I really don't mean it to sound that way, but he has, as he puts it, he goes, I don't have off-road mechanics. I got dealership mechanics.
100%. I talked to Daryl about that. Like, I don't know Rick, but I know Daryl very well. Yeah. And Daryl's like, I don't have the mechanics. And I'm like, hey, you can't compete with, the shops in the area. You 100% can't with the mechanics you've got there. I said, you can do the diagnostic and engine work, but when it comes to building a Jeep, you can't do it. And he goes, right now, we're not going to focus on it. That's why we've got the America's Most Wanted Jeeps, and we've got this Jeep and that Jeep, and they still carry all the warranties. Whereas, Outlaw just built Hendrix last Jeep. It's like they're going to have to still outsource a lot, but he said they're going to try to work more with every group, every shop, everything, instead of what Lake Norman was doing, because Lake Norman was literally just wicked Jeeps and that's it. And they didn't work with anybody else, so they didn't do a lot for anybody else, and shut themselves out from bringing new Jeepers and everybody in. And he said they're going to really try, to be inclusive of everything in the Jeep community. So I was impressed and glad to hear that. And I also told them if they want to start my old Jeep night back up, because Keffer was my number one sponsor for my Jeep night, where I raised all money and how I met Tony. Just trying to find different ways of marketing.
So, I really thought the owner over there, Rick, that his idea, I'm sure they're still going to do it, but he's going to buy up the old TJs, shoot them, make sure the frames are good and everything, refresh the suspension and drop a short block in them and try to sell them for, 2025 with a brand new motor in them and paint and everything. I thought that was a good idea. And then he could finance them. So anybody that needed to finance could go in there.
Matt, they did like 11 of them, but his price is unreal on them.
Yeah, he's too expensive. I saw one.
Yeah, he's got them in the $40,000 range.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some fully built rigs for $40K on Facebook Marketplace this week that was really super nice.
Better be on the boat for that kind of money.
No, dude, I know I'm going to be kicking myself when I finish this thing and be like, God damn, I could have built one bought one for 20 grand less.
Oh, absolutely. Every time I get something new, one pops up on Marketplace. I'm like, God damn it.
Well, it's the amount of money I've put into my YJ. I could have bought it for less than what I put into it now.
Mm-hmm. Matt, I very seriously considered that JK I sent you.
Yeah, there was some fun stuff, man.
Go to have your grit and take less time.
I still think it's hard. To do so, take something like this, and the amount of people out there with 30, 40 grand in their pocket to go spend on a built rig that they can't hardly drive in the street is very slim, I feel like.
Well,
it is.
I don't want one I can't drive in the street.
Yeah,
go to the mall,
able to drive
the river.
home. I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, I've probably got 20 grand in parts sitting around here, and I can find a built TJ for 20 grand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's the smarter way to go. I mean, there's probably not one of us on here that doesn't have at least 20 in the Jeep.
Right.
Aftermarket, 20 aftermarket in the Jeep. So
I've got that in both of mine. Well, 20 in each one of them.
Yeah.
I don't. Super budget. My whole rig was 20 grand.
Mine's
Derek, Derek, are you guys going to? Or I know you're going to Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam. Have you talked to Greg about doing outlaw? Are you talking unofficial use only down there?
No, Greg's not going to make that one. And
I know he's not. He's traveling to SEMA. But I didn't know if you guys
that one they want a fucking multi-million-dollar insurance policy to be a vendor in their booth, and fuck that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh,
yeah.
Greg, with Core Off Road, what we were talking about earlier, I've got to get you or Liam's information because they want to buy direct from you guys instead of.
You have my information. Just give it to them.
Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you that first and foremost because they're like we were talking earlier about what they're going to put and do in their shop, but your products are one. Windshield defense is one. Like I've named up a bunch of Daryl. I'm like, these are repeat items and or, like your product's a one-time purchase unless you're me and rip them out and put them back in, which went in smoothly the second time, by the way, and much quicker. Now I understand why Liam could do it so fast at the Jeep event because once you've done it, 8 times now, one for each door, it's just bam, 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 done. But yeah, he's offered to put my Jeep in the show. I don't know if that's going to still happen or not, but he's a good buddy of mine, lives like right down the road. And he's like, hey, we'll put an Alpine stereo in it and put yours in the show. And I said, okay.
Travis, I'm going to have ours there as well.
Okay. You're going, because he hit me up and he's like, hey, all you've done and what you've got it because Tyree Light, I've got a set of those. He wants to carry Greg's product, which I'm going to have all of those on it, including some other parts that aren't installed yet. That they're at their shop now getting painted. So I don't know if it will happen or Daryl has the pull to make that happen, but he asked me if I could, and I said yes. Are you going to be one? Now, he also offered that Alpine stereo. Are you doing that with yours?
No. I'm going to have it down there as part of Carolina Off-Road events. I'm going to have
that's what I'm. That oh, well, no, your own booth or
yeah, my own booth. Yep.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about Carolina Off-Road. You're doing off-road events. Never mind.
Yeah. Rick's little thing, he used to call it KOR, and when we started Carolina Off-Road Events, aka it actually spells out core. Rick now started calling KOR core.
Right. That's
Yeah.
I didn't honestly. How did I not know Carolina Off-Road Events was you?
Yeah.
I guess I don't pay attention much.
So, well, I'm more of the ops guy that sits in the background.
That's what I do. Well, let me know. I'm going to talk to them about my Jeep night that I was running there, but I would more than welcome if I can talk to Boardwalk again because it's close. And it was before your time. It was before everybody's time. I ran it 16 to 20. COVID shut it down, but it was the largest event, like consistently. Well, there weren't events back then, but I ran that event from 16 to 20, and it was just a huge charity event. I had a lot of sponsors. That's how I met Tony. And Josh. But I'm going to talk to those guys, see if they want to start it back up in March of next year. Because I ran it March to October. first Monday of every month, which is like, hey, it's a Monday, but I don't interfere with wheeling on the weekends. That was one thing I didn't want to do. I don't want to do a Saturday event, and I want it consistent. That's why, and only once a month, not every week, because that's bullshit.
Yeah. Are you going to OBX?
I debated it. It's like 2 weeks or a week away.
Yeah, a week from, well, yeah, not this weekend, but next.
Yeah, I've debated it. I don't think I'll be able, honestly, to afford it to make it out there.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to put up the booth out there as well. So, what about Love Like Lauren this weekend? You going to it?
No, because Saturday I've got to watch Tennessee Georgia play.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I got it. I am a college football fan, so
you're not watching the right teams then.
No, I watched a good team.
Tell you what, I'm going to have to get an air conditioner for my garage because of this damn 4-liter. Holy shit. This thing holds heat like crazy.
You're going to love that 4-liter. Or 6, no, it's a 4.0?
Yeah, it's a 4.0. Yeah, it's a 4-liter. 600.
It's a baby engine.
Get that hood vent. Matt,
6-liter 4.0.
No, 4-liter 6-cylinder.
Inline 6. Okay, never mind. Yeah, just.
Holy shit, dude! It like sprinkled the second day I had it, and the hood was steaming.
Yeah,
it's running 210. It's running dead center of the dial.
Yeah,
what'd you get, Matt?
The hood X like a oven up there because it just holds all the heat in there. I put the hood vent in mine and it world of difference. The temperature dropped down. It runs right at 205. Matter of fact, when it gets up to 210, I'm looking to see what's going on because it to me it feels like it's running a little hot. But
oh wow, okay, good.
Yeah, now it runs right at it stays at 205 and yeah, mine overheated on me going up. I was going up a real steep incline and it was a long incline. And by the time I got to the top, man, it was boiling over. And then after that, I put that hood vent in it. It's never done that again.
Well, tell you what, even was
Does the cruise control work?
Yeah, cruise control.
Barely.
The cruise control on the end of my foot works just fine. He's making fun of me because I've got cruise control that I put in it. They didn't come with it, and I haven't figured out how to get it to work right yet. So
I tell you what, it is a weird one. And we've all been talking, but I had a 06 F-150 and it operated way differently than this thing does. So like it doesn't have, you guys know, like in the early 2000s, everything turned to like, if you tap it, it goes up a mile an hour. So it's like the old school, like 90s, like hold it. And it has like a 3-second delay before anything happens. So I turn it on, I wait 3 seconds and it turns on. And then like you push it down, let it go, and then 3 seconds later it goes 2 miles an hour.
Oh well, maybe I need to just be a little more patient.
See, there you go, Rick. I helped.
Man, I drove all the way out to Utah and back, and could have been using it. All I had to do is wait 3 seconds.
Try clicking it next time, Matt. I know that's how my
cruise control works just fine, Rick.
Yeah. Every time you click it, it's 1 mile an hour up.
So this one doesn't work like that. Like that's what I expected because of so many of my recent ones have done that. But yeah, it's a hold until you want to, and then 3 seconds later it stops. So if you hold it too long, it'll keep going for 3 seconds, and then hold that speed.
Ben's not old enough to remember those systems.
Bullshit.
I texted Ed when the day after I replaced the drive shaft with drive. I was like, man, the adaptive cruise on this thing sucks. It's running right up people's asses.
At least it don't cut off when somebody kind of swerves in your lane a little bit.
True.
Stands you on your nose.
Rick, the one in my truck will slam you through the windshield if somebody does that.
Yeah.
Rick, does yours have a manual fan or electric fan?
Mine's manual.
Okay. I'll say mine's an electric one, and it gets up to like 210, but like that's just where it sits all the time.
Yeah, well, mine would get to 210, and that's where it would stay most of the time. But sometimes, like if I was in a caravan of Jeeps, and people do not know how to do a caravan of Jeeps. They speed up and slow down. By the time if you're in the back of the thing, man, you got that accordion thing going. You're dropping down to 40 and then punching it to get up to 90 to catch up with everybody. It was my Jeep would start overheating trying to keep up with them. And then there's a couple times where, like I was saying, where I was going up steep inclines, it would the temperature would just keep creeping up. And that's where, when Chuck, the trick I did with Chuck when we was at Hidden Falls, where I took those white foam blocks, and that the white foam blocks when you get an axle that not an axle, a drive shaft from like Adams or those white foam blocks. Yeah. So I took some of those and I popped the front of my hood open and put some of those there. And then I took a bungee cord across the top of my hood. And so it held it down to those, but that just instantly caused it to cool down. So that's when I decided, I'm going to get the hood vents and put in there. And ever since I've done that, it's been.
Did you just get the side ones, or did you get the Genrite ones, or which ones did you do?
No, I got the full Genrite one for the top.
Yeah, I got the 2-piece Genrite one on that. Well, the prior one, I put it on mine. So.
Yep. Yep.
So not only do we have household electrical wire nuts, they're two different sizes.
Oh yeah. Well, the wires were different sizes.
You buy the Jeep from Roger?
You weren't here the night that I was pulling the stereo stuff out of the Razor, were you?
No.
I pulled probably 20 different wire nuts out. Which my response was immediately, fucking side by side, people.
Did they use an extension cord to get their wire?
Would you buy this from Roger?
I did not find any extension cords, luckily, but all the wire nuts.
I'll tell you,
Roger must not have helped you wire it.
I've been wiring up different things on the JLU, and I did purchase those heat shrink self-soldering wire connectors.
Oh yeah,
those are nice.
Fucking love those things.
Yep, that's what I got.
Those
are really nice.
First time I've ever used them is I picked up a big case of them to do different wiring for the Jeep, and I absolutely love those damn. I still run a separate heat shrink over top of it, but it's just clean, good, simple.
Yep, it's
That's what I used. That's what I used to fix that broken wire that caused me to not have cruise control. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
It's the best trail repair you can do, right?
I didn't even think about keeping those in the Jeep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you only need a whiter to melt that in worst case scenario. But I have a cordless heat gun in my electrical kit, but those are part of my trail gear.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a damn good idea.
Oh, even if you don't have,
let's not get carried away.
Hey,
even if you don't have heat,
they're waterproof, Rick.
Even if you don't have heat available, you can still crush it together like a normal crimp.
Yeah,
and then eventually, if it's in the engine bay, it'll solder itself.
Yeah, true. No, whoever invented those things is a freaking genius.
Yeah. Yeah, he was talking about wire nuts, and it made me think about because I was using a lot of them the other day. And of course, I'm wiring stuff up and I forget. I'm like, fuck, I want to run these wires here. And I had to cut them, and I was just pissed that I had to use more. I'm like, I don't want to waste these because I get too excited, just get moving too quick. Because I've got a skull crushers. I ran a bunch of lights in behind where I had say I won't cut out so you can see it, and then I had my rock lights to put on.
All righty. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Roundtable episode. Hopefully you enjoyed just the free chat. We'll be here again next week, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And just right here, you can go over to jeeptalkshow.com/contact to find out how to join. Everyone is welcome. We can support up to 100 people. I don't know if that's 99 and me. We're going to say it's 100 people, whether it's 99 and me or not. But I think the most we've ever had is around 25, 27 individuals on here. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun. If you'd like to join, please feel free to join us. And watch every week, 5 days a week, actually, Monday through Friday. You guys have a great night. See ya.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.